How y'all doing today? Today on HunkO'Junk Garage, we are going to be doing a little work on this 1973 Winnebago Brave.
The year was 1983. My family was moving from Ontario to Kelowna, BC. My dad picked up this 73 Winnebago, and despite not being in the greatest shape, he seems fairly happy about it. With a fresh paint job and a brand new baby boy, we headed back to Ontario for the summer vacation. By 1988, it was sporting a dark blue color scheme. Here's the family heading out on a trip. Summer holidays became less frequent when my dad went trucking, but through the years the Winnie never failed to make the trip back to Ontario. By the early 2000s, I took the role of chief mechanic. Bryan and I gave it a new paint job with baby blue stripes and put in new bunk windows. The old 318 finally died on us in Spokane, Washington, but with the engine we borrowed from Bryan's Dart loaded in the back of the S10, we swapped it out and got it back home. With a new 360 motor we rebuilt and a 4-speed transmission, she was ready to hit the road again. We still try and hit the road once in a while, but life has been busy and gas prices have been crazy. Now it's time to get her back in shape for the next set of adventures.
It's in pretty rough shape. Let's do a little walk around. Definitely needs a paint job. Seen better days there. Lots of trim fixing. Lots of water. Sitting for quite a few years. We'll be putting in a new door frame. Hinges are all buggered. Lock missing. A lot of this paneling needs to be shored up, fixed, polished. Yeah, that's in better days. There's a lick of paint everywhere. So floppy doors. I mean, they work, but could be nicer. Spare tire. These little touching up on the roof in certain spots. Tail light there. Take a little look inside. Bunk. Check out the old engine here. Bear with me. So there's a 360 Dodge LA hooked up to a 46 RH or A518 overdrive transmission. Put a new rad in there a couple of years back. Kitchen space needs some fixing there. Missing trim. Carpet's in pretty rough shape. Could use at least a shampooing, not replacement. Some ugly red curtains. New vents have been put in recently. Back bunk. Now we do have some water damage going on here. The roof's been sealed already. We're going to be putting a new panel in there. So I'm not sure if anyone noticed, but we have bigger bunk windows installed. But years ago, like the teenagers we were, we never finished it. One small one, so I'm going to start with that. Hopefully a quick project. Here's the new bunk window. Let's just cut a hole and glue and screw it. So we'll start by removing the old window. Alright, so start by removing the latch and all the screws from the inside. We'll go and do the same thing on the out. This guy's not hanging on by much, a few screws. Not so easy to do in one hand. And there we have it. A big hole in the side. Definitely quite the upgrade here. See the old one, it just came up a little bit, a little peephole. This one we got the full sliding glass. Opens up way bigger. Alright, so we got all the old silicone cleaned off this baby. All acetoned. Now we're just going to make a little template out of this cardboard. There we go. Let's use that. Alright, so we got our template exactly where we want it. I'm just going to give her a good trace around. There we are. There's our hole to be cut. Also, just going to go ahead and remove all this old metal trim they got in here. Don't want to. Oh, broken screw. Alright, time to start cutting. Drill some pilot holes so I can get the saw blade in. Are you guys still here? I'm using my really old school Sears Craftsman skills. Who knows what? Peekaboo. We can cut through some no wires, so that's a good sign. Alright, so we got it all cut out and we got the inside frame mounted. And it's a little caulk on the window. We are using polyurethane. It's great for windows. Well, they're all cleaned up. That's that. Window installed. Definitely a nice upgrade from the small ones. Get your screen. You got your window. It's maybe a chore. Must sit on there for at least 20, 30 years. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Holy fucking shit, I'm done. Alright. Alright, so that's what's left of it. Purple shit. 30, 40 years of tint. As you can see, it's covered in residue that I have to remove now. So we're going to be using acetone. So if you're wondering what this thing is for, that's cleaning for so long. This is actually an emergency exit window. Some little fucker when they're younger decided to pull half of it out. You know who you are. So, nice clean window. Ready for some tint. Alright, we have our tint now. We'll begin sizing it a little so it's more manageable. So, a little big. Soapy water. Alright. Alright, and here we got our end result. It's not perfect. It's got some like little edges I missed, but that's alright. Nice and clean again. At least it's not purple. Dog approved. So, got some water damage in the back here. We've already fixed the roof on the top side. I'm going to pull down all this wood, get it cleaned out, and replace this whole panel. Can you give me that ladder?
I was keeping it steady because you're so heavy. Daddy, are you filming?
Yeah. Taking the roof apart. So, I'm going to have to cut it down the middle. That works too.
It's styrofoam and it's green. Why is it green?
Everything was green back in the 70s. Green and yellow. Whew. Well, it's definitely more sturdy than my roof of my '84 Itasca was, that's for sure. Oh, there we have it. Quite the mess we made. But everything seems pretty sound. No discoloration. No mold though. All of it's pretty solid under here. Looks like it was treated and glued pretty nice. Except the water just kind of seeped down past the styrofoam into this thin shit. So, We'll get her all glued up and sand again. Oh yeah. There we have it. Alright, we got the foam all glued up. Holding the foam in place while the glue dries. Penny. American penny. 1987. Okay. Got my teeny weeny shop vac with me. Alright, everybody's favorite activity. I'm going to stick some caulk on the roof. Gotta stick it up. This shall be fun and interesting. Hopefully not a disaster. Oh, this is stupid. Well, we're almost there. I'm struggling to get it inch by inch, both sides and tucked in the top. Pain in the ass. Watch me struggle a little more. Throw some plywood up there. Why not? Well, after much struggling and rookie mistakes, we have got it in. Have it all supported and flat. So flush and glued in. Not too shabby. We will let it dry for a few days and see what happens. It's not a broken piece, that's just a shim. Alright, well, it's been a couple days. Let's pull these supports down and see how we did. Watch for flying debris. Okay. This out here. There's our new roof. Trim goes over that. Some sagging wallpaper, but we'll just take it off and paint. Overall, pretty nice.
Pretty
Job
nice.
half-assed done.